A neuron begins in a polarized state of rest, with the inside of the neuron being negatively charged in relation to the extracellular space being positively charged. This state is called the neuron's resting potential, and at this point, the neuron is at a charge of about negative 70 millivolts. These charges come from the sodium ions on the outside of the neuron and the potassium ions on the inside of the neuron. Both are positively charged, but due to negatively charged proteins on the inside of the cell, and there being more sodium ions on the outside of the cell, the outside is positive while the inside is negative.
In order to regulate this polarization, the sodium-potassium pump that is placed along the myelin sheath will pump in 2 potassium ions and out 3 sodium ions. This regulates the charges of the neuron, keeping it polarized.
A stimuli can cause the initial depolarization of the neuron. At around negative 50 millivolts, sodium channels open, which lead way for an influx of sodium ions to rush into the cell. This point is what is called the threshold. This causes rapid depolarization of the cell and will eventually cause the cell to reach a charge of around 33 millivolts. This point is what is called the action potential and is when the signal is finally sent.
With this, the signal is sent across the highly conductive myelin sheaths that cover the axon. Between the myelin sheaths are nodes of Ranvier which connect the sheaths together. These nodes aid in signal transmission as it rejuvenates the action potential with the use of sodium and chloride ions, which helps it travel across the axon more efficiently. The action potential from there will reach the axon terminals located at the end of the neuron.
Calcium pumps in that location will bring calcium to that terminal, which causes neurotransmitter-containing vesicles to undergo exocytosis and release the neurotransmitter. This neurotransmitter reaches the dendrite of the next neuron and causes the next cell to begin its own action potential process to continue the signal that was sent.
Back in the original axon, sodium channels close and potassium channels open. These channels allow potassium that is inside the cell to exit, allowing the cell to repolarize. From here, the neuron reaches its original state of resting potential at negative 70 millivolts, but will overshoot and reach a point of hyperpolarization. From this point, the sodium-potassium pump will regulate the neuron, pumping potassium into the axon and sodium back out.